Hello and welcome to the Hot Seat. I'm Michelle White Lafitte at La Rouge, 2955 on East 70th Street. It is a steak and soul food restaurant, and we would like you to come here. But what's most important is the man sitting here to my right. His name is Mr. Jeffrey Smith, jazz guitarist extraordinaire, and he is here to talk about his career and some personal stuff here on the Hot Seat that we do here today. Thank you for joining us, Jeffrey.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Now, first of all, since we are in Shreveport, where La Rouge is, where we're broadcasting from, you are a native Shreveporter.
Correct.
Yes, born and raised here, correct? Tell me about that. Which part of town? Because that's how we identify people here in this area, in the Arklatex. Which part of town are you from?
I grew up in Moortown, which is closest to the airport, and it's the best neighborhood in Shreveport, Moortown.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is one of the best neighborhoods. This is the Hot Seat. Nevertheless, yes. How did you get involved in, music? What brought it about in your upbringing here in the Arklatex in Moortown?
Okay. Well, I'm from a very musical family. I'm the youngest of 8 kids, and I had 4 brothers who played instruments. And that's why I can play several different instruments. I have a brother who can play keyboards, drums, bass guitar, and trumpet. So as a little kid, I wanted to be like my brothers, so I tried to learn all the instruments. And I learned to play all of the different instruments and learn how to write and record my own music, and here I am.
Who was the most instrumental person in your life in terms of getting you into the music and interested in it?
I would have to say God, because even though I had my brothers there, I had a deep passion for music. I got my first real guitar when I was 7 years old, and that's all I ever wanted to do.
Who were some of your idols, like Bo Diddley, Ledbetter, Leadbelly?
Well, for me, I always say that all of the bands in the 70s, from the Commodores, Earth, Wind and Fire, Amazing Frankie Beverly, George Benson, Wes Montgomery, Miles Davis.
Oh, yes, yes, George Benson. I heard a little bit of that the other night. But tell me what brought you about to, you are a one-man band.
Yes.
That is what you do. You sing, you play, you do it all. And it sounds like it's an orchestra, It really does, like Barry White, the orchestra. Yes. So how do you do this?
Well, just one track at a time, just like one day at a time. When I'm inspired, if it's from the keyboards, I would just start to play the melody and just perfect it until it feels good, and then I would add the bass guitar, then add the drums. And once I get the foundation laid, then I decide, will this be a vocal tune or will this be an instrumental tune? And whatever it feels like, sometimes it's both. And it's just, the cool thing about it is having my own studio, I could work on it, say for 10 hours and let it bake for a couple of months and then come back and listen to it and say, oh, okay, it does this. And just take my time. And I always tell younger artists, it's always cool when you're not under the gun, there's no pressure. Just take your time and make sure the music is right, because once you share it with the world, it's going to be out there forever.
Forever. Now, you say your studio. Of course, you were born and reared in the port city in Moortown,
Right.
But your studio, you left here some more than 20 years ago.
Correct.
And you're living now in San Antonio?
Correct.
Yes. So tell us about your studio in San Antonio and your life there over the past 20 plus years.
No, actually, I've only been in San Antonio about 5 years. I lived in Dallas for over 20 years, and Dallas was a very good city for me. That's where I really learned to operate different devices in the studio to perfect, different sounds. I recently moved to San Antonio and built my studio from the ground up, had it customized to what I like. And it's great. It's great. It's not very expensive, because technology now is on our side. When I first started back in the 80s, to have a studio would cost you, $500,000 really. But now you can have a decent studio for about $3,000 or $4,000.
So when you write from your heart, your soul, whatever it is that's on your mind, from your experiences in your life. Where does it come from?
You just answered the question. Yes, everyday life. I'm sure I will pull from this interview. I'm sure I will pull from my performance. I had a great performance last night. Had some fans here that I didn't even know they were fans, but someone texted them from San Antonio and say, Jeffrey's going to be in your city tonight. And they came out and they shared their story and showed me that they had, my music on their phone, and it always makes me feel good, so.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
You feed off of the public
Right.
and
Right.
those good things, the accolades that they give you that you have earned and are well deserving of hearing.
Thank you.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about your personal life. This is the hot seat, okay? Now, I know a lot of the ladies may want to know. Okay, I'm going to ask this question. Are you single? Okay. No comment? Are you pleading the fifth? What is he doing?
No comment.
But are you married?
No comment.
See, I was going to try and come at him a different way. But nevertheless, this is the hot seat. I had to ask because the ladies are going to call us and want to know.
Gotcha.
Okay? All right? Fly guy? So, wait, the performance, how long are you performing here at Le Rouge?
It was two nights, Saturday, and of course tonight is Sunday. I'm doing 2 shows tonight. I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yes.
Can't wait.
Yes. Are you seeing any of your old friends coming out?
Yes, we should have about, I know of about 20 people that's going to be coming out tonight.
In
that
fact,
I know personally.
20 people coming out to Le Rouge tonight. Yes, and they have begun piling in right now, so you'll hear some people coming in. That is the natural sound. But you have, how many CDs have you had that you have produced and have out there?
14.
14,
Yes.
Mr. Smith, Jeffrey Smith, yes. Which one of them is your favorite? I guess that's saying which one of your children, right, is
Right.
your favorite?
Right. My favorite is the one I haven't written yet.
Really?
Yes.
Great, that's a great answer.
Right.
Your favorite one is the one you have not inked just yet.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Yes. Also, I think people want to know that he is a friend to the military, and you have been, and I think that's very important. And tell us about your travels and what you do for our armed forces and those who are fighting for us overseas.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much to the military community because the military community is the one that's really have embraced me and allowed me to live through my music. So my way of giving back is going to VA hospitals throughout the world, the United States. Also, I do performances on military installations. I try to donate as many concerts as I possibly can. I am affiliated with VFW Post 1406 in Dallas, Texas. They have an annual banquet around Veterans Day, and I go out and perform for them, and they raise money for the cause.
So you're kind of like a modern day Bob Hope kind of thing.
In a sense. We're trying to take it to the next level.
Yes, and I know they appreciate it because it's so isolating for them. Yes. Also, I want to take us out with one thing.
Okay.
Can we just hear a little bit of you playing here on the hot seat? Just a little bit, a sample, and you can take us out on that.
For a small fee.
For a small fee,
Yeah.
well, his CDs can be found on Amazon.com and what's the other site?
iTunes.
And iTunes. You can download it, but you can hear it right here as we go out. Thank you, Mr.
you so
Jeffrey
much.
Smith, jazz guitarist extraordinaire. We appreciate you being on our show today. I'm Michelle White Lafitte, and listen to him play us out. Awesome. Hot seat. Thank you for joining us once again. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Before I could get back. But I said, if you give me one more chance at life and music, I promise you, I'm gonna shout you out and I'm gonna testify and we're gonna have a little church up in there.
Special times or dinner time. It's all about the glass. Libby Factory Outlet, glasses for every occasion.
Since 1985, J&S Electronics has served the architects with superior electronics from transistors, resistors, and fuses. We carry HDMI cables and a wide selection of AV cables and connectors. We also have a large supply of batteries and tools to handle your projects. Need Cat 6 or CCTV systems? Call us at 318-631-8675 or come see us today at 6437 Greenwood Road.
Christmas, Merry Christmas, oh Merry Christmas to you.
Tell me something. What do you know about Wakanda? It's a third world country. Textiles, shepherds, cool outfits, all front. Explorers have searched for it. Called it El Dorado. They looked for it in South America. But it was in Africa the whole time. I'm the only one who's seen it and made it out alive. I can see you.
The world is changing. Soon there will only be the conquered and the conquerors.
Step into the spotlight.
You are a good man
Step into the spotlight.
with a good heart. And it's hard for a good man to be a king.
love you right in a special way. Sing it. You light my fire. I feel alive with you, babe. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied. So excited, baby. You make me wanna shout. Y'all say this here. Come on. You blow my mind, baby. I'm so alive with you, baby. Sing it. You blow my mind, baby. You blow my mind, baby. You light my fire. I feel alive with you, baby. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied. Girl, you know, you knock me out. I really love the way you knock me out. You make me wanna shout. Let me break it down for you. Watch out. Go Charlie, 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 hey, hey, go Charlie, hey, hey, go Charlie, go Charlie, go Charlie, hey. Ladies, get your hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up. Ladies, sing this note. Say, oh. Sing it, ladies.
Since 1985, J&S Electronics has served the architects with superior electronics from transistors, resistors, and fuses. We carry HDMI cables and a wide selection of AV cables and connectors. We also have a large supply of batteries and tools to handle your projects. Need Cat 6 or CCTV systems? Call us at 318-631-8675 or come see us today at 6437 Greenwood Road.
Special times, or dinner time. It's all about the glass. Libby Factory Outlet, glasses for every occasion.
Hello, ladies. How are you? Fantastic. Does your man look like me? No. Can he smell like me? Yes. Should he use Old Spice body wash? I don't know. Do you like the smell of adventure? Do you want a man who smells like he can bake you a gourmet cake in the dream kitchen he built for you with his own hands? Of course you do. Swan dive into the best night of your life. So, ladies, should your man smell like an Old Spice man? You tell me.
Just start fresh someplace. Someplace else. You know, no job, no family, just walk away. That's my #1 fantasy.
#1 fantasy pick, Don.
David Johnson?
David Johnson. Good. That's good.
Great.
Great choice.
Snickers satisfies.
All right, Mr. Charlie Wilson, or Uncle Charlie, as most people say. While we were waiting to come in, we saw so many different people from all different races coming to buy your tickets. How does that make you feel?
Important. I'm ecstatic about it. I am very honored. I am enthused. So many different words I can say, and I'm just happy and honored that I can first be in this beautiful city. Shreveport is, and Shreveport and Bossier City. It's just an incredible place. I used to come quite frequently back in the day and hang out, and we played Gap Band back in the day. We always played, and it's just my life has been such a great roller coaster ride, and I'm just happy that so many different kinds of people of all different race and creeds are coming to see me now. It's a sweet thing for me.
Talk about how you have evolved and matured over the years.
Wow. Music is, let me just talk about the music part of it first. The music is has come back around basically like to me. Nobody was a leader, nobody was doing it, and everybody was following trend, and I was like, you know what? I don't do trend. I mean, all of these years I've only made records that made me feel good, and if it made me feel good, I know that the fans were gonna love it, and that's what, when I got up off the ground, what I really wanted to do again, and God allowed me to do that. But evolving, I was somewhat a kid-minded person back in the day, and I followed suit and ran into a brick wall, basically. But we don't always get the chance to have another look, at certain things in life, So I've been blessed to have another look at some fans, from a wide perspective, from a big perspective, not from a stage from a club, but from arenas. And a lot of us don't get that chance. And so here I am, and I've mentally and physically and evolved into a God-fearing man, and again, musical lover, and I love the fans that they're out and supporting Uncle Charlie. It's a beautiful thing. Wow.
What will those people expect to see tonight, the people in the audience? What can they be looking forward to?
A little boy in a man's body, basically. I have a little boy spirit, young man spirit, young boy spirit. Yes. And this young boy inside me gets loose just about every single night, and it's kind of hard to contain him. And he does a lot of things he's not supposed to, but he gets loose because then the fans are having a great time, and they making that noise that I love to hear. And if they make a noise, and I just get a little more wow with it.
Oh my goodness!
I'm basically just having a lot of fun, It's just great. I'm really, really happy this time of my life.
Tell us, were you always in love with music as a little boy, or when did you develop that passion, and when did you know that you were going to be such a superstar that you are today?
Well, when I was 3 years old, I had my first solo, sang in church. My mom, she taught me the song, and I knew that I really wanted to do it. I met Stevie Wonder. I was a very young man, and he set me down at the piano and asked me to sing something, and I just knew right then that, okay, I've got elbow to elbow with Stevie Wonder. This is something else right here. It's gonna rub off on me. Yeah.
And before you came in, we were talking about some of our favorite Charlie songs. Oh. Okay, so what is your favorite song?
Well, it's kind of hard to say because it's like choosing children, and it's kind of hard to do that. It's like picking children. You're my favorite kid, and it's kind of hard to do that. I mean, every song that I've done, I've tried my best and put my whole heart and soul into it, making it. And if I had something to do with writing it, I made sure that the lyric content was right, and I tried to stay true to what it is that people are calling me, and because there's nothing that I can't sing any genre of music. Let me just say that, because I done been with the rappers, I done been with the rock and rollers, I done been with just every jazz. I done been with everybody and every kind of music person, and so there's no music that I can't record. But I've been trying my best to stay focused and stay true to let me say R&B, and be I'm the leader at it, they say right now. But I've recorded so many different kinds of records. If you were to hear some of these records, you're like, that's you? I was like, yeah. So I mean, I've done so many, but people, we're so judgmental sometimes, and so I have to be careful if I want to just remain happy, because I can just be this guy and just release records, which I might start doing one day anyway, and just to, just to piss off everybody. Yeah, just to piss you off here or something over here, and your niece that's about 9 gonna be loving it, every bit of it, and so which they probably already do. But I mean, I'm just gonna just release something that they'll be like, wow, who is that? Oh, that's Uncle Charlie. Oh, it's okay,
What message do you have, or what's your outlook on the artists that are coming up today?
I just think you need to be true to yourself and stay focused on what it is that you love to do. Let me just say, one time I asked a very, very special athlete to this whole world, and I'm just gonna tell you, it was Michael Jordan. I asked Michael, I said, yo, check this out, man. Don't you wish you could play again? And you know what he told me? He says, hey man, if I thought I could compete at the level that I'm used to competing at, I would play. And nobody would be able to beat me if he thought he could compete at the level he was competing at, because he was at the top of his game, and everybody could. When he was out, I mean, nobody was winning championships, and he was the only one winning championships. You see, so if you want to be that good, then you have to you do this every day, all day, and do just the best that you can do, and be the best that you can be at it. It doesn't matter how old you are, what you look like, how fat or skinny, how dark, how black, how white, or how yellow, or how red you are. You just be the best person you can be when you be in it, And don't never let anybody say that you can't do this anymore, because that's what they told me. But now look at me now. Yeah.